25 is a far-right manifesto. It is a 1,000-page bucket list of extremist policies that would uproot every government agency and disrupt the lives of every person who calls this country home. The Department of Education would be eliminated, cutting students off from civil rights protections and ending essential Title I funding for K through 12 schools. The Department of Justice would go on a murdering spree. It would rush to use the death penalty and expand its use to even more people while circumventing due process protections. Project 25 not only calls for national book bans in schools, but also creates a list of banned words for the federal government that would be deleted from, quote, every federal rule, agency regulation, contract, grant, and piece of legislation that exists. End quote. Here are just a few of the words on the list: diversity, gender, reproductive health, and of course, conservatives want to ban the word abortion.
Is that what's inside Project 2025? Hello, guys, and welcome back to Inside the Diligist. We are back again like we never left. Welcome back, guys, and thank you. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are listening to me from. I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Let's get right into it. She was reading inside that Project 2025, and what I'm hearing that she's reading, it's not encouraging at all. Is that what she's reading inside Project 2025? I know a lot of people, they've heard about Project 2025, but they ain't got no time to dive right into it and read it. Not that they don't care about what's inside. Life is just busy, yo. Life is busy. And I appreciate when I see someone, you know, taking it upon themselves to read it out loud for those that ain't got no time to read, or they just don't feel like it is important to read it. You know what I mean? She is a congresswoman, by the way, and I was like, if that's what inside the Project 2025, I think y'all better start getting right inside it, dive right inside Project 2025 and read it, because I've said 2024 election here in the US, it is about enlightenment. You know what I mean? Know which candidate is actually going to do more individually, or, do more for the country. You know what I mean? So the more enlightenment that a lot of people can get, the more good information, the truth information, they will be able to make their judgment comes this November. Let's go take a listen to what she got to tell us that inside of Project 2025, then we are going to finish our thought on the other side.
25 is a far-right manifesto. It is a 1,000-page bucket list of extremist policies that would uproot every government agency and disrupt the lives of every person who calls this country home. The Department of Education would be eliminated, cutting students off from civil rights protections and ending essential Title I funding for K through 12 schools. The Department of Justice would go on a murdering spree. It would rush to use the death penalty and expand its use to even more people while circumventing due process protections. Project 25 not only calls for national book bans in schools, but also creates a list of banned words for the federal government that would be deleted from, quote, every federal rule, agency regulation, contract, grant, and piece of legislation that exists. End quote. Here are just a few of the words on the list: diversity, gender, reproductive health, and of course, conservatives want to ban the word abortion. On that note, abortion care would be inaccessible and illegal no matter where you live. Now, we could have an entire hearing on how these policies would quite literally ruin and end lives. And I didn't even touch upon proposals for housing, climate change, worker protections, and more. If enacted, Project 2025 would destroy the federal government as we know it.
You heard that right? All this inside the Project 2025? It is time for people to get inside that Project 2025 and make sure they read about it. Or what do y'all think? Just like I said, this 2024 election here, It is important for everybody to get the informations at their fingertips. And she said she did not even read the whole 900 to 1,000 pages, which for sure it's not possible for her to do it within that little time she read it. Yeah, well, what do you guys think? That was it why Donald Trump is trying to distance himself away from Project 2025. But baby, this ain't looking good on his resume at all. Now, according to report, they said Donald Trump is out of Project 2025, but because right now it's getting popular and a lot of people, you know what I mean, they started, understanding is Donald Trump agenda for if he regained the White House. So that's why he believe it's not looking good on his political career. So he's trying to walk away from it. But yeah, what? He might walk away from it right now, but when he get to the office, he can walk back to it. Am I right or wrong? What do you guys think? Are you surprised to hear about that inside the Project 2025? Yeah, well, as usual, please let's respect ourselves down there while we comment. What do y'all think? It is time for people to get right down in it and read about it. When we have more updates, for sure, we will bring you guys up to date with it. Until then, please do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Bye for now.